Welcome, hello, to the Lunatic Radio Show Friday nights. Word 'em up is I'm Kieran. That's TJ, the mayor over there in Detroit.
What up, Doe?
What up, Doe? Beautiful September. Hello. We're in the fall. Football's here. Word 'em up. It started the same show last week, the same way.
We can start with, for the next 3 months, we can start the show every way, or the same way every week.
Yeah.
And it'd still be great.
Yeah. Well, it's even better this week because
It's football season.
now you got a double shot. You got college Saturday, professional on Sunday, and we're all wondering if on Ontario. What is his name? I'm sick of what is the guy from the Raiders?
Oh my God, Kieran! Stop being so white.
Antonio
Stop
Brown.
being so white.
I wanted to say Ontario Brown. For some reason, I couldn't get Antonio out. I wanted to say Ontario. Ontario is in Canada or in California. It's a town, not a football player for the Raiders.
You got the amateurs that play on Fridays and Saturdays, and then you got the professionals that play on Sundays. Kind of like the show.
Right. Absolutely.
You know, you got the professionals that come in Sunday and clean everything up.
Not really.
We're a ma and pa shop over here on Friday nights.
Friday nights, we're killing it. Yeah. I'm waiting for that. You know what I'm really waiting for is that daylight savings time. So I get another extra hour before I have to go from one thing to the next in my day. That's good. That's good for me.
Yeah.
This show will start later. Word up, everybody. LR show. Call in 718-690 if you're listening live. 718-690-9290. I have been binge watching the TJ mentioned this on last week's show, and I never really even give a thought to watching it, but I've been I watched the LastChanceU, and that's all I've been watching.
You finally watched it?
I've been watching it all, and I've been watching it in
seasons.
I've been watching it in reverse.
No, that's no fun.
No, I have, but that's the way I started, so I was just like, fuck it, I'm just gonna go in reverse. And I have. So, and it's not that bad. It's not that bad doing it in reverse because it's like.
Wait, what do you mean by in like reverse? Like you watched the last season and the third season?
Yeah, the brand new season I watched first, and then I went backwards. So I'm like on. Now they're in Mississippi. They're covering a whole different team in Mississippi now. Like
that's the start.
Yeah. So I'm on that one, which is cool.
You can't watch it backwards.
Well, I am.
It doesn't make sense when you're watching it.
There's no choice. There's no chance. I don't have any choice anymore. But it's fine. I mean, no, it's actually not bad. I mean, I was actually more interested watching it in reverse than I probably wouldn't have had the same. But it didn't I didn't lose interest in it. It wasn't like some huge cliff. I mean, it was fine. I don't know. I'm addicted to it. I'm like on Google afterwards finding out where these players are. I'm like, what happened to their lives? Like,
yeah, that's what I looked forward to, like after each show, because it was it's always taped like a year before. Mm-hmm. So I'm always looking forward to like seeing like the Where Are They Now.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm partial. I love the show. I think it's a great show. And then part of me is like, man, like these people are like, is this just for show? It's got to be just for show, some of this shit. You know what I mean? And it's kind of like, man, it's kind of like exploiting like these.
Well, which one? What school are you talking about?
I'm just saying. Well, like let's take the Mississippi one, the first one.
Okay, I don't know much about that one, but go ahead. Well,
they kind of make some of the kids like look like dumb, and I don't know.
It's a little different.
I don't know.
I haven't seen that portion of it yet. I mean, the only one I saw was like when the team, I guess they got suspended for a brawl or something. Yeah. So
that's actually the very first episode. That's how the very first LastChanceU starts out.
So they had to play the previous year. The first game they only could play with like 30 players. So it was like 30 players versus a roster of 55 players. And they almost won the game. And I was like, that was the most entertaining fucking episode. I was like, this is great. It was entertaining as shit. It's fucking 30 kids who are playing every down. And, they're playing this, this normal roster team in their league. And it's 55 players. And they can sub in and sub out. And they only lost by 2. It was pretty fucking. I don't know. I liked it. I can't. I'm so. I watched the whole last season with Coach Brown, and fucking in Kansas, or wherever the hell that's.
Yeah, man, he's a wild character, ain't he?
I was just like, I can't tell if I like this guy or not. I'm like, for one, he's not a good coach. He's a fucking brutal coach. He's terrible. He's a terrible.
Oh, they're both the coaches are terrible, absolutely terrible.
Oh, I don't know much about the first season, or the first school they covered.
They're both terrible people when it comes to coaching. Their leadership skills and coaching skills, verbal skills, social skills are all shit. They know football.
I don't know what Coach Brown knows. I think he knows Compton.
He knows Compton. He knows Crips, Bloods,
cigars,
and cigars.
Cigars. Yeah, and that's about it. But he's made it through life that way. That's why I guess it worked for him. I mean, he's
got a lot of Cadillacs.
Yeah. If
you don't know, he'll tell you about it. Don't worry.
Yeah, and I'm wondering.
He'll tell you all about it.
The whole time I'm wondering why this school even hired the guy. Because I mean, he certainly can. I guess he can recruit, but I'm like, did half those fucking kids go there because the fucking TV cameras were there? You know what I mean?
That's exactly what it is. And the Adidas sponsorship, and they bought a fucking $800,000 practice field.
Right, but I think a lot of
some of them kids wouldn't even be able to play high school ball. Some of them. I'm not saying all of them. Some of them suck.
I mean, some of the kids that are depicted in there, like the transfers. I'm talking about the Coach Brown season, the one that were in Kansas. I forget the name of the Independence, Kansas.
Yeah. Second group, yeah.
Like some of those kids came from like Michigan, like the University of Michigan and Florida State, and some kids transferred in from huge schools, and then they're going to live in literally, a shithole. So it's a shithole. The dorms are shit. Everything's shit. So I'm like, all right, why are these kids here? I mean, they're getting yelled at, berated by this dude every day, and Coach Brown, and then the facilities are crap, and who knows if the education in that school it doesn't seem like it's any good at all.
See, that's why you got to watch the first season first, because the first season first was legit. It wasn't about the Netflix because they didn't know about the Netflix prior to going to that school.
Right.
You have a lot better athletes, a lot more serious football, and a lot more serious education. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's a lot more authentic, I would say. The first season is definitely a lot more authentic.
Yeah. So
by the fourth season, it's a shit show. Like that kid that came back again from some California school. Malik.
Yeah.
The shitty ass quarterback.
He's like a walk-on at Nevada.
Knows everything.
He's a walk-on at Nevada now. He's a 5-star fucking quarterback.
Right. He's been playing college football for 8 years now. He's a douchebag.
I don't even
that guy.
Yeah. One of the players in the whole series, one of the players is actually on the practice squad for the Rams currently right now.
See,
I looked it up last night.
I bet that's probably one of the first seasons.
It was.
I think it's Mississippi. It's got to be one of the Mississippi players.
It was one of the Mississippi players. And he played at Texas Tech. And
you know who my favorite is?
Who?
Let me tell you. Let's just get down to the nitty gritty because fuck all this. We're not scouting. We're not fucking a football.
I am a huge fan of Bobby.
Let's get down to the nitty gritty.
Bobby Bruce is the best fucking character in the whole thing.
100%.
I love
second
Bobby.
Best character. Bobby Bruce don't give a fuck.
He's like, yeah,
like
man.
At all. That guy just smokes weed.
I don't want to go to class. I just want to hit motherfuckers.
Yeah, he's different. And he's
he's playing football. He's playing football. He's playing arena league football.
Wow.
Yeah, I just read that.
I mean, he wasn't that big. He was just.
No, he didn't look like he worked out.
He's just a gifted athlete. He probably never worked out a day in his life. He's just a gifted kid.
Bobby Bruce got so lazy he didn't want to eat anymore.
Yeah, you remember that? He was like, man, I can't eat here.
Man, I don't want to eat. It just sucks, man. This just sucks.
Hey, why does it look like he always has a nasal problem? Like he's always got bad allergies.
And his eyes. His eyes.
Between him smoking weed and him, like the way he talks and talks out of his mouth and doesn't breathe through his nose.
Yeah.
I don't know if this guy's got a real bad sinus infection or he's just that high every episode.
Let me see if I get a picture of Bobby Bruce.
Bobby Bruce is my man. That's my guy right there.
He's got like the Garfield eyes, they're barely open. I love that. Well, the second season, the Coach Brown shit. That I believe that all those kids were there because of the cameras. It's the only reason because they want to get their
the exposure.
The exposure.
I get it.
Yeah,
I get it.
Yeah.
My favorite character, Kieran, by far. How can you not love Miss Brittany?
The teacher.
Miss Brittany will make you drop a tear. She'll make you laugh.
Hold on, Miss Brittany. Is that the one from which one?
The guidance counselor.
From which one?
For the Mississippi.
Oh yeah, no,
she went on to do like she has her own business doing this stuff now, consulting all this stuff. Like she's a fucking great person, but is Miss Brittany not like the best?
Yeah.
You not feel good inside, and I don't no. I don't want to know what you did after you watched Miss Brittany, but I'm saying like for real good inside, like as a real human being.
I was actually thinking about that when I was watching last night. I was like, I think I banged that lady.
Yeah, I mean, she's attractive.
That's pretty.
She's attractive. Yeah. She's genuine. She's awesome.
She seems like a sweetheart. I do have a picture of Bobby Bruce here. Hold on a second. So for the folks that are wondering what the fuck we're talking about.
While he's waiting, shout out to Team Left Jab, Sam, what up, though? Jeremy Bacon, what up, though? Rim, what up, though? Thanks for tuning in, fellas.
There's Bobby Bruce.
Bobby Bruce. That looks like his album cover.
That's exactly what he looks like. That all the time, other than when he's playing football.
Even on the sideline, he looks like that. That's the funny part about it. Like on the sideline, he's just like, this
is Bobby.
And then he'll go in and light some motherfuckers up.
This is Bobby Bruce hyped. This is Bobby Bruce, tame, calm. This is the emotion. That's what he looks like all the time. No matter how he feels, he always looks like that.
When he's happy, that's his happy look.
Oh man, it's my birthday, man. He's great. I fucking love that guy.
I'm glad he's playing arena football. Because who else do you know? Listen, I've never seen watched a show or followed any sports figures or anything like that that have been like his personality and the way he just moves. And then all of a sudden, as soon as he hits that field, you would have thought like he did 18 lines of coke and just fucking blew some shit up.
Right? He's a good player.
And then as soon as he gets off the field, he's back down to yeah, man. So anyway,
right.
Killing the shit.
And then in the last season, they kick Bobby Bruce out. He gets cut, right? I don't know how to ruin for people, but he gets cut. You'll still watch the damn shit, so I'm not ready to ruin it for you. But
listen, let me tell you what they're not doing. They're not watching our podcast to hear about us give these fucking analogies of this fucking show.
The analysis of
or analysis of the show. You know what I mean? And then not spoil it.
Yeah, so he gets cut, and he's like, and then Bobby Bruce is like, man, I didn't do that shit, man. He's
on camera,
really fighting for it. They're like, well, Bobby, we gotta kick you out. We gotta kick you out. I mean, did you steal the money or not? And he's I just got food, man. And,
I just stole the food.
Well, Bobby, show some emotion. Emotion.
Bobby, just go in there, Bobby, and tell him. You was high. You hate the dorm food, and so you stole the dude's chicken.
Yeah, just say. I don't think they would have kicked him off the team if he took some food. But the money issue, I guess, was the thing. But he didn't seem at least the way the documentary, the Netflix people, the producers showed it to you. It's like Bobby Bruce didn't even fight for himself. And I was just like, all right. So then I was like, he probably did it then. Who cares?
Well, and he had a baby and on the way and all this other stuff. He didn't give a fuck about it.
Yeah. Well, it was a good thing.
What about the coach though? Just like every time somebody gets caught smoking weed, he's like, "Oh shit, you motherfucker smoking weed again." That's exactly how it says it. Like, all right, motherfuckers, stop fucking smoking weed. All right, goddamn. As he's drunk, as he's got a fucking that yak in that cup.
Right, drunk every time. They do the post school fucking interview of Coach Brown in LastChanceU on Netflix.
I don't give a fuck.
He's drinking every time. He's drunk. He's drunk in a jacuzzi. He's drunk in his living room. He's drunk in his kitchen. He's drunk with the dog.
Is the best shit not ever that in his mind he's a fucking kingpin. Like he's sitting in his jacuzzi, drinking his Hennessy, smoking his cigar.
Got life figured out.
Chains on,
Got life figured out.
Living the rapper's lifestyle in fucking Kansas.
Right.
And fucking Independence, Kansas.
It looks fucking awful, dude. It looks awful. Independence. I could never bring myself.
Pit bulls in the background, like, dude, I'm hungry. Like, you forgot to feed me for 3 days now.
Yeah, you hear all this shit. He's like, yeah, fuck you. Kind of like, yeah, like he owns life, and then he's just like, oh, I haven't seen my daughter in like 8 years. Like, all right.
Did you watch when he went back to Compton?
Yeah.
When they're in the cigar bar and shit?
Yeah, he looked like the one white guy in the Dr. Dre video from the Chronic album.
This is the dialogue for it. I think I got. Well, I'll tell you guys the dialogue word for word. It went like this: "Fuck, motherfucker, shit. God damn, well, motherfucker, man, bullshit. Oh, pussy ass bitch." That was the dialogue for that whole scene back in Compton, and it all came from him.
That is funny because when I watched that, when they had that portion of the one episode, that's exactly how it sounded. I didn't learn anything other than if it wasn't a visual of him in Compton, you would have had no idea what's going on.
If they wouldn't have came with that thing that's under the screen,
yeah, the graphics, yeah,
where they're at,
you would have no idea what's going on.
What the fuck's going on?
And they did all the cliche shit, like they went to the barbershop and then they stood on the street corner and did the.
Man, when is that gonna die, man? Because that is so cliche. Now, hold on. Let me, as a disclaimer, the barbershop is your ESPN. It's your Black Folks News. It's all of that. Don't get me wrong. I love being in the barbershop. But one thing about the barbershop on TV and these reality series, can we be done with the barbershop? Yeah. Can we just get past the barbershop? Like, we get it.
We had Barbershop,
they do
the
it
movie,
every
Barbershop
Black
2.
documentary.
Yeah, it's Barbershop. LeBron James, I believe, has a fucking show about barbershop shit.
I think it's called The Shop, yeah.
Enough with the barbershop. We get it. Everybody likes to talk when they get their haircut. It's just a thing.
Shout out to my barber in Arizona, though, because he was on All or Nothing. Actually, here's a koozie from it. All or Nothing.
What is All or Nothing? What is that?
All or Nothing. The Amazon series that they do on
football.
It started with the Cardinals.
Oh yeah, I think I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Me and Calais Campbell share the same barber, and Calais Campbell was in there. They did a segment with Calais Campbell, obviously in the barbershop, because that's the fucking cliche thing to do. Larry Foote, the Michigan. He's one of the linebackers coach at the time for Arizona. He's a University of Michigan. He's from Detroit. He was in. Me and him share the same barber. It was like cliche, but the problem with that part, like that barbershop deal, was Calais Campbell can't fucking talk. So Calais Campbell's in there, and my barber's doing all the talking to the camera, and Calais like, man. Like if Calais Campbell and Shaq had like a show together, they'd have to have subtitles. Nobody would know what the fuck's going on.
Kind of got you got the Shannon Sharp problem. Can't fucking.
Shannon Sharp is sounds like a English professor compared to them two.
Wow, Calais Campbell can't fucking talk at all.
Calais Campbell can't fucking talk. Wow. Great guy.
Played football.
Can't talk a lick. He tries to do these pregame speeches and All or Nothing. You got to go back and watch All or Nothing. The first All or Nothing is on.
Let's go, y'all.
Oh my God!
How does he do
these speeches, and everybody looks around, and like the camera like pans over to like other guys, and like, yeah.
Anybody getting it?
I have no clue what he said.
Yo, does anybody know what Calais is to say right now? I guess we're supposed to go now.
He had a show. He had a show on 98.7.
Oh God. Oh yes, I know what you're talking about now. Now I know what you're talking about.
Yes, he had a show.
Yeah.
And if it wasn't for his co-host, nobody would know what the fuck's going on.
It was so embarrassing. They gave you remember the old Giant player Carl Banks?
Yep.
He's been doing radio in New York forever. And it was nerve-wracking as shit when you would listen to the radio and like Carl Banks had to do a live read for like some sort of card dealer. Oh boy, it was a disaster. And you can tell that Carl, who used to play on the same fucking line with Lawrence Taylor, mind you, when the live read came, it was just like He was more nervous to do that live read than he was to play the Super Bowl against the Bills out there in Pasadena in 1986. You know what I mean? It was fucking insane.
Do the
go down to Horn Kia and pick up your. That's what it
Listen, great people. Great people. They're great people.
Not great communicators.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something that I don't do, and I do this for hobby. What I do professionally, I'm actually really fucking good at, like really, really good at
slaying bitches.
Right? And I'm gonna say, if you're really, really good at playing football,
just stick to that.
Some people should just stick to it.
Just stick to your like Calais Campbell. You know, maybe not. Try to talk much on camera.
I got a beer gut. You know what I'm not doing? I'm not running triathlons.
Right. You're not going to the beach and fucking taking your shirt off, hanging out like Mark Wahlberg.
Oh, I mean, I'm still doing that. You mention Mark Wahlberg every fucking episode,
well,
Kieran.
he's fucking annoying. He's annoying. I had to do a whole thing about him.
You love him. You have a bromance so bad.
I do not. I don't want to get on the Mark Wahlberg shit. I really don't. I'm done.
I don't want you to.
Anything. It's annoying.
Yeah, I think you got a crush on him, but
I don't.
And I don't want to offend any of these people that we're talking about, but I really don't care.
No, it doesn't matter. And they don't care. They're making a lot of money right now.
The Last Chance You guys, like, I hope them all the best. Calais Campbell and the gang, I hope you all the best. I don't really care that I'm making fun of you right now, because I'm on a different level right now, Kieran.
Yeah.
Dave Chappelle has put me on a different level, and I've been thinking this, and you've been telling me this for a long time. You know what I mean? Just fucking let it go. Like, let it flow. Like, who gives a fuck? You don't have to be politically correct anymore. Like, fuck them. Right? Dave Chappelle has me on a wave since I watched his stand-up, where I don't feel apologetic. I can tell people I still like him, but I feel like we should be able to say whatever the fuck we want.
Right. Absolutely.
You watched Dave Chappelle stand-up, have you not?
Yeah, I watched it twice. It's great.
I watched it 4 times.
Prolific.
Is it not so necessary right now?
It's perfect. It's perfect for the climate right now. Perfect. We
need to get back to that. Andrew Schultz has been saying it. Even Colin Quinn came out with a. You fuck with Colin Quinn?
Colin Quinn's fucking. He's been on this show. He's fucking great. Yeah, I love Colin Quinn.
I love Colin Quinn because I love it because it's so factual and it's truthful. And it's what people don't want to hear, but it's the fucking truth. And it's funny all in the same time.
Yeah. No,
that's the same way I felt about Dave Chappelle's new stand-up. It's right on time.
I don't want to like wax poet. I'm sure you've heard this a million times on your podcast everywhere. People waxing poetic about Dave Chappelle and the way he does. But the guy is brilliant. The way he's like a wordsmith, and the way he tells a story, he has an ability to tell a story or a joke or form a joke better than 99.9% of the people that exist.
There's always debate. There's people that love Dave Chappelle and think he's the GOAT. There's also people that are like, man, I just don't get it. He's not the greatest. He's not that funny. He had a great show. But one thing you can't deny is that
you listen to him when you fucking watch his show.
He's the way he formulates shit and puts jokes together and
I have not yet seen a Dave Chappelle special that I haven't watched. I've watched like a lot of the Bill Burr ones, and there are some that I'm just like, click. I just turn it off. Like, Dave Chappelle makes you listen. He has that knack, like a person has an ability to just make people listen to him. And he does. He just brings you in. He's got that something.
Hang on to every word he says.
Yeah,
that's the epitome. You want to
know where it's going. Yeah.
Too many people say, we're hanging on to every word. No, you're not. Not to everybody. Dave Chappelle is one of the few.
He's a real.
You hang on to every word.
He's a real motherfucker too, because he was at a. Who is it? John Mayer. You know the guitarist John Mayer. He used to do.
Yeah, you don't have to say the guitarist John Mayer. We all know who John Mayer is.
Well, some people don't. Anyway,
who doesn't know who John Mayer is?
There are people out there that probably have no idea who John Mayer is because he's not always in everybody's face. But he used to do this Instagram fucking live show thing, and it was called like I don't know, Current Mood, I think it was called, and it was just fucking an Instagram shot of fucking John Mayer on video, and he had Dave Chappelle on this little Instagram show that he did, and Dave Chappelle was fucking hammered, and it was live on the internet, no fucking filter, no nothing. And Dave Chappelle says some sort of gay joke or a gay joke, and there was a gay person happened to be in the room where they were filming this thing, and that person got offended, and it fucked up like John Mayer's whole show and everything. And it was Dave Chappelle like making an asshole out of himself in front of a whole bunch of people. You know, he was like that person that said the wrong thing at the cocktail party. And that's how I saw Dave Chappelle right there. And I was like, it was like a real thing, and he handled it so well. Like he handled it so well. He's good at handling things. He fucked up. He insulted somebody bad. It was a bad insult, but it was like he made amends for it.
Well, listen, tell me if you feel me on this. The last 4 Netflix specials with Dave Chappelle, right? Because there was 2 and 2, right? So 4 altogether. Before this last one.
Go ahead.
Before Sticks and Stones, there was 4 altogether, right, on Netflix.
Right, I did 4 so far.
After you watched the 5th one, did you not think back at the last 4 and go, man, he really held back them last 4? And the only one he didn't hold back, or he held back, but you could see him edging out, is the last one when he's in that little small room, sitting on that stool, telling stories. It's more story time than it is comedy, right?
Yeah, that was
the one where he did the thing about Iceberg Slim. Right?
Yeah.
I forget what they're all called. Like the one's Bird Revelation, one's I don't fucking know. Anyway, you could see him edging closer and closer to like being like, you know what, I'm ready to fucking let loose. And then all of a sudden, I feel like on this one, he finally said, you know what, fuck it, I'm letting loose because I'm doing it for me now, and I'm not like I'm over it. Like I got the money.
Yeah, this was the best.
What's more dangerous than a rich comedian? There's nothing more dangerous than a rich comedian, because what do? They don't. He has a following. He has the money. Like he's been through a bunch of shit. What?
Yeah, no, he
can say whatever the fuck he wants. Blackball him if you want.
Yeah, but
he doesn't care.
Yeah, but he said offensive shit, but then he like almost wasn't really like, he's so good at writing a joke where he almost explains why he's offending people. That's like how fucking good he is.
Which was great when he said the thing about faggot and nigger, right?
Yeah. Oh my God, that was a great line.
It was genius because it was what everybody, well, especially like minority people, we've always felt that way. You know what I mean? Like when people when people say, "Oh, I'm offended by like the LGBT community," when he brought that up, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, and they're all like offended and shit. And it's like people. This is an everyday life. I've had this conversation before. You know what I mean? Just in like a day to day where people are like, oh, you know, that's not right, blah, blah. And I always bring up like, well, it's not right that how many times that, you know, something's happened to me, but I don't go fucking bitching about it. I just fucking make a better joke or I fight you. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, I don't fucking go to like at work. You don't go to HR. You know what I mean? Or like, you don't go to the police out in the street. Like, you just fucking handle it. There's a lot of people that's been offended for a long time, and they just fucking deal with it because it's life. It's America. This is America. You know what I mean? But now we're on this platform where you can't fucking say nothing. That's why I thought this was right on time, because it's like I feel like the LBGT community would fucking laugh at this special. Like, this is great.
Right. No,
you know what I mean?
He has a thing about transgender. Like he says offensive shit about transgenders, and he does.
But if they can't.
He also is right when the way he jokes about transgenders, but then he explains why he's perplexed by transgenders with another joke. And you can't be mad at him, really. I would imagine if I was a transgender person, I'm like, you know what? He's kind of fucking right. It's funny. It's funny. He's right.
You know, this is off to Dave Chappelle. We'll get back to Dave Chappelle, but there's another one. Yeah, you're right, Team Left Jab. Sam over there at Team Left Jab, people are so they are so soft. It's embarrassing. You're absolutely right. So Andrew Schultz has a joke, and I don't want to butcher it, so I'm paraphrasing here, but it's something about it's a joke about transgender or what he's saying is trannies, right? Trannies is offensive, and I didn't know this, but I guess trannies is offensive,
right?
To
like the slang for transgender trannies. Yeah.
What, I don't even know what the proper word is for him anymore. But all he's saying is if you have if you have, fuck, I'm gonna butcher the joke. And I'm not even trying to say the joke.
Yeah.
But tranny is just short for transgender or for transvestite, right?
Right. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like we do that in American culture. We put a Y on the end of something. You know what I mean? And shorten it up, and it's.
Well, is transgender and transvestite the same thing? I think transvestite is a person who had, like, say, had one body part, but then it.
Yeah, no, you're right.
Got up, and transgender is
whatever the case may be,
Yeah.
and I haven't watched this special in a long time, and
We
I
actually have
haven't seen it in a long time.
Go ahead.
But it makes fucking sense. It's like, why are you so offended? Why can everybody else? You know what I mean? Like he was comparing different words to shorten up. Do you get what I'm saying? Like there's certain words that you shorten up and you just put a Y at the end, and that's just a short word for that word.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. It's
the same thing with fucking transgender.
Right.
Trannies.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
And then they get all fucking worked up about it. You know what I mean? It's like, well, what the fuck are we like? What are we supposed to call you? Right. You know what I mean? Like you can't have a nickname like everybody else.
Yeah. It's quick hand. You know, like when you.
I don't know. We were late to the show, so I was drinking heavily while we were waiting.
It's like,
so I can't
it's like because, and then you just say cuz. That's the joke. It's just like
I'm gonna look at it.
I don't want to say the whole word because I don't want to. It's 2 syllables. I'm just gonna say cuz. You know, I don't want to say cousin. I just want to say cuz. That's my cuz. Yeah, it's the same fucking thing. Get it?
I won't even.
Is that the joke? Is that the joke?
No, that's the joke that he had, and it made so much sense. Like when you, so that's what I feel like. That the reason why I said that is that's what I feel like Dave Chappelle's doing. Like he's breaking down shit. Like he's saying something offensive that you would think that is offensive or whatever, and then he's telling you why. Like it is the way it is. You know what I mean? Like the shit behind it.
Yeah, well, everybody's. Well, people get offended. I don't know. It's like it's scary though.
You know what? Let me. I don't want to. I was
joking around with a dude at work today. I won't go into it, but I was joking around, and we were having laughs. He was laughing, I'm laughing, and this was going on for hours, like just fucking with each other. You know how it was. TJ and I used to work. And then he came to me. He literally was just like, "I'm so frustrated now." I was like, "Why are you frustrated?" He's like, "Man, I just want to go shoot my gun, like to take out frustration, because everybody has a gun here in Arizona. That's how they take out." And I'm like, "Why?" He's like, "Well, is it because I'm joking around with you and stuff?" And he's like, "Because," he was like, he kind of was like, "Yeah." And I was like, "Holy shit! I had no idea, dude." I was like, and I didn't want to I kind of stopped doing it because I thought we were just having fun. But apparently I was kind of like pissing him off. I was making, calling him, things that it was,
But here's the thing, Kieran. How many times have the same people fuck with you?
I get fucked with everybody. Everybody just
exactly.
It's just fine.
So you know what I mean. So fuck them, right?
Yeah, no, I'm not. I wasn't like.
I mean, you don't want him to shoot at you don't want him to come and shoot at work, but
I had no idea. No, he wasn't saying that. He's just like he wanted to go shoot his gun, like he wants to go punch a bag, like if he got some, because he's stressed out,
Well, then he should.
Then I was just, but
we need to push people to do more shit like that, Kieran.
But it was just like jokes. Like I never say something to somebody that is offensive, like mean-spirited at all. I just make jokes. Like you make jokes at me, I make the same like jokes to you, and it scared me that he got like offended or like frustrated about it, because I was just I'm just fucking throwing jabs of fucking jokes all day back at him.
You know what? You know what the problem was, Kieran? I'm gonna tell you exactly what the problem is.
Yeah.
It was the same problem that I had there sometimes in the same workplace. It's because I'm just too good at it.
Right.
When I get rolling, I'm too good at it.
That's what I'm thinking.
I would fuck with you, and you'd be done with me for a little while. I would fuck with Kuh. You know who Kuh? I'd fuck with Kuh, and Kuh was good at it. There's different people and then there's other people that just fucking hated me.
Leroy,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, Leroy Jenkins. People in Arizona are overly sensitive. That's why they can't take jokes. Well, people in Arizona are people that couldn't make it other places, so they moved to Arizona.
Exactly.
And then the people that got cut from the team. Yes, go.
And let me say something else that the LBGT community needs to realize. And I'll use gay people for example. All right. Only because I have a lot of gay friends actually. I have a lot of gay family members, and this isn't one of them things where it's like where the white guy goes,
I can say shit about gay people.
I got a black friend.
I know.
You know what I mean? It ain't one of them fucking things. This is what they're telling me, and this is my nephew fucking brought this up to me one day. He goes, gay is my sexuality, not my personality.
Right.
That's it.
That's a great fucking thing. That's a great thing.
Fucking the whole community needs to realize it's your sexuality, not your fucking personality.
Don't make it your life.
It's over. It's not your race.
Yeah, right.
It's not your. It's not your profession.
Don't make it.
It's not your life.
Don't make it label your life.
Exactly. That's just your sexuality.
Right.
It'd be like if I'm into big booty chicks and you're into little booty chicks with big titties, right?
Right.
That's our life. That's got to be our whole life now.
People, yeah, like
what I'm into sexually.
Don't make your life being like, hey, that's Kieran, the guy that loves big booty chicks.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I hate that. I hate that it was like that with the gay community for a while. Like hey, Billy's gay, and now it's Billy the gay guy. You know, for years it was like that, but now it's like kind of going away from that, and it's moving on to the transgenders, like that kind of thing. Like if you're transgender, then that's your identity for the rest of your life. You're transgender. You're not just, Charles.
But you know what? Here's the thing. Here's the problem I have with the transgender shit though, is that nobody fucking asked you.
No one cares. But
nobody cares.
But nobody
would know until you would say something. So nobody cares until you say something. Nobody cared about what you preferred being until you told somebody what you preferred being.
But it could lead to a moment where somebody would really care, and it could be a problem if say the transgender person A likes another person and they become intimate, and all of a sudden the person they become intimate with has no idea that transgender A is fucking transgender. Might think he's could say
I don't get what you're saying, because if
I'm saying if a transgender is like, say, changes from a girl to a guy, and then that guy fucking starts dating
transgender is like you, Kieran.
Fucked up. I'm getting more.
Yeah,
fucked up.
Transgender is like you, Kieran. You're a guy, right? But you identify yourself as a woman. So if I'm attracted to a woman, I'm not attracted to you anyway.
Right.
You never come across that.
I keep on getting those fucked up.
That's what I'm saying.
They gotta change the name of transgender. They need to get like a whole nother name, like gender neutral. Don't they have that, gender neutral?
Yeah. Well, no, gender.
Or is that
neutral,
a whole different thing too?
Like there's gender neutral bathrooms. You know what I mean? So all I'm saying is, and I'm not trying to bash transgenders neither. All I'm trying to say is what the fuck you mad at me for? Like I don't care. Listen, if you're fucking 6 foot and you have a fucking beard and you're a man, everything about you says you're a fucking man, and then you tell me that you identify as a woman, you can't be mad at me for identifying you as a fucking man, because you're fucking 6 fucking foot 5. Right. You have a fucking beard. You know what I mean? You have a fucking dick between your legs. How in the fuck am I supposed to know that you identify as a woman?
Well, on the inside, he did. Yeah, I mean, that's when you tell that 6'4" person that, you know what, man, maybe you don't have the skills to be a woman because you are 6'4". And
they can be whatever they want, but at what point should I be like, feel sorry for offending somebody, for calling them, hey man, what's up, man? And then they're like, well, I identify as a woman.
Never. You shouldn't. You shouldn't.
Well, motherfucker, you should go play defensive line for the Lions. Is what you should do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's how I feel. If you can, and then if I say something like that back, then they're offended.
People are gonna in everyday speech, everyday interactions, people say things that are offensive, but they're not meant in malice. They're not meant to be mean-spirited. You know what I mean? Like when you're hanging out with your buddy on the corner, you're just shooting the shit. Offensive shit comes out of that conversation more often than not. And that's the shit that people get offended by. You know what I mean? If you're in that room and you're just like, you're just free falling, and he say like faggot, and oh shit, there's somebody who's gay in the corner of the room, and they get like, that's horse shit that they get offended because you're not talking to them. You know what I mean?
Well, I kind of Kind of.
But that's what that's why
kind of just because not really with the word faggot, because faggot's a derogatory term. Just like nigger's a derogatory term. There's a bunch of different ones. You know what I mean?
But it wasn't.
I just won't keep.
Faggot is certainly not on the level of the N-word. It's not, because
but it's a derogatory term. There's never been a time where the F word was ever a term that was a term of like just a regular fucking term. You know what I mean?
In the mid '90s, right? It was. In the mid '90s,
for people with dialogue. But I'm saying it's always been. The F word has never been a not a derogatory term, is what I'm saying. Right? Yeah, but that's different. What I'm saying is that's different between somebody that's transgender, right? And you not even knowing, it has nothing to do with your conversation. You know what I mean? And you just call him a man on accident or whatever, or you're just like, hey, dude, like, why are you going to the girl's bathroom? You know what I mean? And they're like, I identify as what, and then then there's a big fucking deal and a big fucking spiel, and it's like nothing. Now, the derogatory terms are different. You know what I mean? Because it's a derogatory term and it's coming out of your mouth. You know what I mean? Like,
well, I was describing how people are very soft and getting
right. They're getting soft. Yeah. Like if a bunch of fucking white guys at an Irish bar are fucking telling a black joke and they say the N word, or they're telling a Mexican joke and they say, spick or something like that. Right. Like, guess what? It happens. It's fucking America. I get what you're saying. Like, why are we so soft? You know what I mean? Like in that case, then let's go back to my fucking childhood, and I want everybody to be prosecuted that's ever called me the N-word, or you know what I mean? That's ever fucking offended me. Like, go fuck yourself. Like they made me a fucking bigger, stronger, better person, and now let's keep it real. There's fucking great black jokes. There's great white jokes. There's great Hispanic jokes. There's definitely good Asian jokes. We all have a good Asian joke.
Dude, we live in a world where you can marry yourself, dude. I just looked that up. You can legally marry yourself,
which Donald Trump would have done if he didn't think he was going to run for president. By the way, speaking of running for president, is a marriage type of shit.
Go ahead. I'm just saying. I'm bringing up hold on a second. I'm bringing up the fact that you can marry yourself. It's a crazy world out there.
Well, yeah, but I'm saying, speaking of presidential and LGBT community and all that stuff, one of the people running for president just came out of the closet not that long ago. They call him Mayor Pete. I'll look it up right now.
Pete the penis.
Yeah, so we have our first.
Is it Pete the penis licker?
And that just goes against everything that we're saying.
I don't really care. I don't scream out and flaunt I'm straight all the time. I don't understand why everyone else who's not straight feels to make it a life priority to identify otherwise. Well, it's...
I don't know how to... Pete Buttigieg. I don't know. Ooh. Whatever his last name is. I can't fucking pronounce it.
Pete Buttigieg?
Pete. Yeah, he's running for president.
Pete.
And he's
Pete. Bud. I'm gonna try to get it.
Buttigieg.
Pete. Ooh. Pete Buttigieg. That guy. Buttigieg. Yep. Buttigieg. Oh wow. Yeah, he looks like good for him.
What did Miss Joe say? I don't scream out and flaunt that I'm straight all the time. I don't understand why everyone else is not straight. Feels like. Oh, I get what you're saying.
Well, yeah, it's because they're
that's what I was trying to say. Is it's your sexuality, not your personality. Like, exactly. You know what I mean? Exactly. And this is no knock to the LGBT community, but I'm fucking over it being a fucking issue all the time. It'll be a regular conversation, and then LGBT goes, well, what about blah, 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 to fucking bring the what LGBT community is starting to be to me is that one fucking person that no matter what you say, they have to relate something about them. You know what I mean?
Needy.
Every circle fucking has one where they're like, yeah, you're talking about the fucking whatever you're talking about. And they somehow get it to be about them.
Well, there's a reason why gay people or transgender people kind of have their sexuality or transgenderedness identify them, it's because, as they're in their childhood, they felt all fucking confused on the inside growing up, going, you know what, I'm this thing, but I don't want to fucking promote it because I don't want to get hurt.
Kieran, don't get philosophical.
I'm just saying that's the way it is. I'm not trying to joke around. I mean, if you want the legitimate answer, that's why. Because when I was a kid, I'm not gay or, I'm straight. So I just went on with my life and I just played wiffle ball. And I didn't have to deal with those fucking inner things of getting beat up because, I want to fucking blow Timmy. I never wanted to blow Timmy. You know what I mean? But fucking, so that's why they do that. I mean, if being straight was weird,
no, I don't think they want. I honestly don't think that's maybe for a couple cases, but I don't think that's the major thing why they want the attention, they want the power, they really want the power, they want it to be a thing. They have nothing else going on, and they want it to be a thing.
We're trying. The reason why gay or homosexual people, kind of promote the fact that they're homosexual is to try to normalize it. So when a kid grows up nowadays, and he's 6 and he doesn't feel the same as the other kids, and he kind of likes boys or something, or he's gay, he feels that's normal. It's okay. He doesn't have to fucking hide that in school when he's growing up.
Right, but they're hurting themselves.
What do you mean
by going overboard?
Well, who knows? I mean, I don't have the answers for everything, but I don't know.
No, this is opinion based. That's my opinion. Is they're going overboard?
Maybe you might be right. I mean,
I get sick of it.
Maybe it's like maybe they're being a little much with it for an effect or something. Maybe maybe that's the right way to go about it. I don't know. We'll find out altogether in the future. It'd be 50 years down the line where transgenders and, no one's fucking identifying themselves with their sexuality, like, transgender or whatever, what the fuck it is,
Oh, I can't wait till we get to that
transgender thing, man.
I can't wait. See, that's the thing. I can't wait to. I wish that I had the answers and I could like.
How many different dating sites are gonna?
Or whatever.
I
wish I had the answer.
How many different dating sites are there gonna be in 60 years? I swear to God. There's gonna be so many fucking detailed dating sites.
There's gonna be past dating sites. It's just gonna be
it's gonna be something. It's like I just want brunettes, 5'3", pale skin, good teeth. So,
you know what the fucking problem with this world is?
But it's round.
I'm about to tell you.
It's round.
There's no more fucking tot lots.
Tot lots. What the fuck is a tot lot?
You don't remember the fucking tot lots?
I don't know if anybody remembers what a tot lot. What is a tot lot? You got to tell me.
Okay, so in neighborhoods, like at whatever parks in your neighborhood, there's a tot lot. So like on like Saturdays, like a tot lot leader will come and they'll have like activities for fucking kids to do. And they'll fucking be outside and they'll be interacting with other fucking kids that are all fucking different. They all fucking have a good time. It doesn't fucking matter. And then when they grow up, they're just all fucking the same fucking good friends. You know what I mean? And they're fucking not soft because they fought at the tot lot. They had good times at the tot lot.
In my day,
fucking learned how to make bracelets and shit.
They called that teen rec.
Like kickball.
Teen rec. It just had a different name for it in my day. Teen rec. Teen recreation. Yeah, we had that on Friday nights. It was on the weekend.
Like every neighborhood had one where I'm from.
Yeah, it was school based, but
ours wasn't school based. It was neighborhood based.
You go and you play. You get a little fucking candy bar, get all hyped up on fucking cola, and they get fucking pegged in the face with a basketball. That just comes out of nowhere in the gym.
Oh no, you're talking about like some after school activities.
No, it wasn't. No, it was at night. It was at 9 o'clock, 8 o'clock at night. It was
right
teen
after school.
Same type of
after school,
but it's the same concept. You go and you play and you do the thing.
No, I get what you're saying. Yeah. Tot lots was it has nothing to do with school. What school you're at? It had something to do with your neighborhood.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
So which I
think is just even better because you're more comfortable in your neighborhood. That's your neighborhood. That's kids that you know from the neighborhood.
Right.
So you're more comfortable. So you're in your element.
That is a good.
You don't have to be. You're not trying to be on your best behavior.
Good way to meet folks in your neighborhood.
Exactly. Well, that's what I'm saying.
That's the most important place to meet folks is your neighborhood.
Because how many different people you have in your neighborhood.
Right. Who's living? How many fucking? You got to find out who's around.
The only thing that in neighborhoods. Right, it's pretty much your financial status is the only thing that connects you. Other than that, you know what I mean? There's poor white, there's poor black, there's poor Mexican, there's poor. Well, I don't know. I've never met a poor Asian, but
not many poor Asians. That is very true.
There's not that many poor Asians.
There's never.
But, you know what I mean? There's poor kids, and that's the only thing they have in common. Other than that, you know what I mean? Like, fucking the parents just say, "Hey, it's fucking Saturday morning. Get the fuck out."
Divorcee, same-sex marriage. Pete, I don't know. Who's this guy? I don't care about
fucking Pete.
Pete is Pete Buttigieg? Is that his name? Buttigieg?
I don't know how to pronounce. They just call him Mayor Pete. I've never heard of anybody pronounce his last name.
Yeah, when you're
somebody should know if he's running for president.
By the way, Pete's gay, and then his last name starts with the B-U-T-T. That's not good.
It's not. You know how many hillbillies are gonna be like, I ain't voting for that guy.
Yeah. I ain't
the guy's gay and his name's Peter.
His name's
Peter Butt.
Fucking Billy Bob. His name's Pete Butt. Can't vote for no queer named Pete Butt.
Pete Butt.
Yeah, because the rest is. I mean, his last name is spelled Buttigieg.
Well, that's another reason why hillbillies can't vote for him, because they won't be able to pronounce it.
Anybody who can't read, and I can't read either, is his name to me is Pete Butt. Because the rest is just, it looks like a misspelling.
Pete Butt.
Half of his last name looks like a misspelling. The IGIEG, look, it's just like, you fucked up on the keyboard when you were typing Pete Butt. It's Pete Butt. I guarantee you Pete heard that joke a lot.
I was about to say, I wonder if he's got like a checklist of if he does become president, like he's gonna check off that list of how many people made fun.
Yeah,
on his way to the top.
So this guy is gay.
To the top.
Oh my! Who is Pete's husband? So Pete's gay. Chasten.
No, Pete was Pete. I believe Pete was married before, though, to a woman. This isn't.
Yeah, no, I'm sure. Yeah, a lot of them guys.
I watched the interview with him, and it was a while ago, and I don't remember all of it. Because here's the thing, Kieran, and this is my point about the Pete thing too, and let's get into that is that I didn't know anything about his sexuality. I had no clue about his sexuality, and I was listening to this interview, and I was like, man, I kind of fucking like what he's talking about. You know what I mean? And then towards the end of the interview, that's when they brought up his sexuality. So that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know. I was like, I kind of stopped listening after that because I was like, I really don't give a fuck what's going on in his personal life. Like, the motherfucker has an agenda that I like.
Right.
Some of the agenda that I like, some of the stuff that he said. And I'm like, I'm going to pay attention.
All right.
When they started going to the other shit, I was kind of like, why do you bring that up? Because you know what I mean? You have to bring it up him being the first openly gay person running for president, because that's the real story, right?
That is a story.
That's the real story.
It is a story.
So then,
it shouldn't be a story.
It shouldn't be, but then it washes away all the fucking actually political shit I'm trying to get out of the interview, and I just kind of left it alone. But hey, listen.
Here's a lady.
If there's one thing that gay people do, they fucking show up. Gay people fucking show up.
Especially
gay
in parking
show
rides.
Up to marches, parades, parties. They don't give a fuck. If you don't think they're going to fucking show up to the voting booths, and I'm not saying the guy's going to win. I don't know how many gay people are in the world. I don't know. I'm just saying. These motherfuckers show up, Kieran.
I will. Yeah, I know. They love.
And they're loud and proud. They show up.
Gay people love booze. So
we just got done talking about how they show up because they're always fucking, the LGBT community is always in the fucking news.
I'll tell you what.
But gay people in particular, out of the LBGT, the G's, them motherfuckers show up and show out.
You put a thing where people can, you put something that's important in a booth, a gay person will be there. They love booths. Gay people love booths.
I don't know that to be true, but sure. Fucking sure.
It is. Back alley.
What, like kissing booths?
It's a very stereotypical joke I'm doing.
Oh,
here's a lady on YouTube just pronouncing this guy's last name for us. There we go.
South Bend mayor who's a presidential hopeful. Well, let's listen to how he says it. Buttigieg.
So it's not.
Pete Buttigieg.
Pete Buttigieg.
Pete Buttigieg.
It all boils down to the vowels.
Buttigieg.
The vowel in the first syllable is not like boo, but like book.
Book.
Book. And the last syllable isn't.
Dude, if somebody has to make a fucking YouTube video to teach us how to pronounce your last name, change the motherfucker.
The vowel like
I
in
think
judge.
it's great.
But I'm
But
trying
it's
to
the unstressed I vowel like in steerage. Idge. So not but
Buttigieg.
Is that a stone?
Buttigieg.
now.
No, this is like an English lady, like an English teacher explaining how to fuck Buttigieg, Pete Buttigieg is his name.
Let's talk consonants.
Like book.
The T is a flap
Buttigieg.
T.
Pete I can't say Buttigieg. Buttigieg, Buddha, bada.
Kieran, we can make a remix right now. Just keep going.
Buddha,
Keep
boot,
going.
butter,
Take this
Buddha,
recording.
butter, Buddha.
No, not like that though.
I'm a butter, Buddha.
No, don't stop being so white.
Buttigieg is what I do at 11 o'clock every night.
And 5 o'clock.
5 o'clock, pretty much.
That's why we were late to the show today.
On the 45s.
Which is normal for a T between vowels in American English.
No, it's not. Having an IGIEG is not a way to spell anything other than a fucktard word.
Miss Joe checking in. True, I have a gay friend who travels around the world or around the U.S. just to attend gay pride parades. Listen, I'm going to tell you a quick story. When I had this club called Metropolis in Toledo, it was right off the docks, right on the river. Fucking really nice, elegant place. I used to have like theme nights, right? And I remember and I used to reach out to all the remember we talked about this before, like I think maybe last episode, about how I used to reach out to Tri-Delts and have all their people come, right? Of the sorority groups. I'd reach out to the fucking UT football players, have all their people, you know what I mean? Like all these different peoples. The fucking people that brought me the most fucking like money to the bar is the gay group that used to come used to buy out the bar. Like when I say buy out the bar, like they're not satisfied with a couple shots. Like they want bottles for everybody.
Really? No.
I mean, the motherfuckers show up, show out. They show out loud and proud.
Dispensable.
Oh, I got to test to that, Miss Joe.
Dispensable
like the motherfuckers
cash.
show up.
They have dispensable cash. A lot of gay people live in towns like the Hamptons or Beverly Hills because.
Well, that's because they don't have kids.
Right. Dispensable cash. Yeah. Pete Buttigieg for president. There you go. He's the guy running for president. Pete is the first openly gay man running for president. There you go. Fucking A. Pete Butt. A vote for Pete Butt. You're going to see that fucking awful sign somewhere. There's going to be
everywhere.
A Pete Butt fucking, there's going to Pete Buddha jizzed all over it. It's got to be something. There's got to be a sign somewhere in some southern town someplace that is fucking awful, and it's going to be caught on camera, and it's going to be a fucking story worldwide or across the nation, debated on town halls, on CNN, and fucking MSNBC with the fucking lady. Ugh. Pete Buttigieg is just going to this whole election coming up is going to be a cluster. Fuck.
It's gonna be a shit show.
Now we got Pete Buttigieg.
Idiocracy at its most.
It's good. Yeah, I can't wait till Hector Camacho Mountain Dew Camacho becomes president from Idiocracy because all he had was Mountain Dew, a fucking bandana of the American flag, and a flamethrower, and that's all we needed. He ran shit fine.
Kieran, tell me the truth. Do you even know, remotely close? Remotely close. Know who the fuck you're gonna vote for in 2020?
No.
It's only a year away.
I'm just hoping fucking Biden doesn't make it to the like.
No, I'm just saying. Do you even have?
No.
I don't have a fucking clue. For the first time,
I might not vote
since I've been 18 years old. I don't have a fucking clue.
Well, I would vote for Tulsi Gabbard, but apparently Tulsi Gabbard was like, "Hey, I gotta go fucking serve my 2 weeks in the reserves." So she went and actually did that as like what she's supposed to do while she, while she's running for, the Democratic ticket and because she went and served her duty, she wasn't allowed into the fucking next Democratic debate because she actually did what she kept her responsibilities as a fucking citizen.
That's America being America.
Yeah, that's an American being an American.
Right. And you know what happens is the fucking...
And the DNC was like, fuck off, you can't come to the next debate.
The big money goes, right. Yeah, that's how we got you out of there.
To be honest with you, I think people...
So we don't have to fucking go do shit like that. We have people do that shit like that for us.
I honestly think the grassroots people, whether they like it, should get behind fucking Tulsi.
Let me tell you something, Jimmy Bacon. Let me tell you something, Brother Bacon over there.
Banger.
First of all, dual presidency is fucking stupid, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because that's what we already have now. Just because Donald Trump's the president, which Donald Trump might actually have more power than any other president that we've ever had. But fuck, that's what we got now is too much fucking dual shit going on. Too much dual presidency. And if me and Kieran were the fucking presidents,
we'd be late.
Oh,
I'd be wake up late every day.
Oh my God, do you know how bad it would be for random women? I mean, if you think the fucking...
First of all, fucking TJ's half of the White House will be in Detroit, so that's going to be all fucked up.
Hey.
TJ
I'd put it in Ann Arbor.
Yeah.
I'd put it in Ann Arbor. Go blue. I'd put it in Ann Arbor.
Yeah. Kieran would obviously be the golfing. I'd be golfing every day, but I'd also be jerking off.
Well,
like
so does our
mad
president too. The only difference between Kieran and our president now is that our president now doesn't reference TJ Maxx socks all the time, but they do the same amount of golfing. So
I'm a better golfer than Donald Trump. I think I fucking cheats.
You have to be a better.
He cheats.
If anybody ever goes golfing with Donald Trump and loses, they're only losing because it's Donald Trump.
He said it. Yeah, he said, yeah, right. They're fucking, yeah. Donald Trump uses a hand wave.
Or you're a little handicapped.
Yeah.
You're mentally challenged. There's no way you could not beat Donald Trump at anything. Anything sports related. Anything athletic.
Hold on. Going back to Jerry Bacon's thing. Dual presidency, Kieran and TJ. You know what? I would go vice president. Let TJ be the president. I'll be the vice president. I want to be the vice president. I like just chilling back, seeing what's going on.
Yeah.
But I'm in the room.
Yeah, I can see that.
But I'm in the room. I
can see that. You're in the room. You see what's going on. You're just like, I'm waiting for this motherfucker to get shot.
Let TJ just get
and then I'll take over if I have to.
Let TJ get fired up about everything. Just let him go.
You know what I feel like the vice president does? He's just there to get the perks. Like the fucking planes and the fucking nice living and the paycheck. Like you're just there for the perks, bro.
I'm just thinking of anybody.
I've never heard of an assistant like getting blamed for something that happens bad in a corporate world.
Right. I would just want
to hear about the assistant or the assistant or the vice plant manager or the fucking, you know what I mean?
I think vice president's the best thing
assistant
to get.
Plant manager.
Like being the vice president, like the best thing, because you get like horseshoed in at the end, and you have to do a few speeches, and that's it. And then you're the vice president.
Nobody pays attention to you.
Yeah.
Who pays attention to you?
And then you're just one bullet or one heart attack away from being the president. And you're yeah. It's like
you know what I think happens though. I think that every vice president, like in the back of their mind, it goes, God, I hope nothing happens. I hope nothing happens. Like,
no,
because if something to happen, they'd be like, fuck, what do I do?
Fuck.
I was just the face.
Like no,
I was just the face that could run with somebody.
I was snuck in 15 minutes late to the fucking meetings. Like no one
Especially
cares.
Joe Biden. He's like, I was just the white face. I was the white face because he couldn't have a black running mate because that's too much black.
Yeah.
Like I was just the face. Now I got to run the country.
I don't know.
We're seeing that now.
I don't know if TJ could ever be the president because just for the simple fact only. Anytime anybody ever asks TJ a question, he'll go on a rant.
Yeah.
And I can imagine just like at the debates, any question.
I'd fight somebody at the debate. Like, I'd fight somebody.
It might be nearly an impossibility for TJ to participate in a debate with another because you would just dominate the whole fucking thing.
That's fair. I'm that guy. I know I'm that guy, and that's fair.
And that's why I said if we were like on a ticket, I want to be the vice president. I don't want to let you do this.
No,
I would
well,
have to do shit.
because you'd just be my puppet. Because I wouldn't let you. I would be behind you going, Kieran, you're gonna say this.
Fuck yeah, bro. You got it.
You're gonna say this.
Yeah, I'll come in a minute. So I'll be right there. Don't worry about it. Do your thing.
No, I'd be behind you with a fucking gun to your back telling you what to say for the whole thing. Like, you'd be the face of it. I get it. You know what happens at these debates? I watch these debates and I sit and I cringe and I think, nobody's socking nobody in the face.
It's going to happen at some point.
Because sometimes you look at something like you're arguing and you go, you know how you argue with somebody and you're just so frustrated that they're just not getting it, that you just want to punch them in the face? That's how I get about every conversation. And being in a presidential debate about something like that serious and that big.
Well, I'm thinking now that they're getting the women involved, like the women are getting into the running for president thing. You know, you get two of them on stage and they're not having a good day. I feel like it's gonna be some like Maury Povich catfight shit going on. At some point, we're gonna have a fight in this debate.
I don't think that's gonna happen until gay people actually go to are one of the last, like, you know what I mean, like the primaries. Like when gay people become the primaries, that's when it's not lesbian, gay,
straight.
Well, no, lesbian too. Well, lesbian and
they're
gay.
all gay. Lesbian, they're all gay.
Not the T's and not the B's, but when the L's and the G's,
queers,
because they are so passionate about everything. I just feel like they're gonna get.
We're gonna be debating cock or pussy. Which one is better?
Well,
I would say.
I think that everybody knows the answer.
Well, here we go. Call coming in. Caller, you're on the air. Go ahead. Caller, you're on the air. Go ahead. Welcome to the program.
How do you like it?
Oh no. I haven't talked to you in like 20 fucking years. I know who
How do you like it?
I already know who this is. I haven't talked to you in like forever, and I know who this is just by those two words. What's up, Suds? Welcome to the program. Are you there?
Thanks for having me. Yeah. Well, I was wondering if you had your asshole cleaned out lately.
I have not.
You haven't had the colon cleanse, Kier?
No, I got to do that
do
when
some
I'm
wonders
45.
for you. It makes you feel better, more energetic.
I got to do that.
The last time I saw Kieran, he was in the Mountainlair with his legs spread open at the Chinese parlor, getting his asshole tongued out by Mrs. Nancy.
What? So vivid. He has names and everything. This is great. Tell us more.
If y'all want to know about Kieran, this guy loves getting his asshole cleaned out.
Nice.
I'm talking like right.
I love that.
Really clean. Like really like. What the fuck are you guys talking about tonight? It's so fucking boring, man.
Well,
why don't you put a little Jack Nicholson on so I can say, how do you fucking like it? How do you like my dick in your mouth?
Wow.
Yeah, thanks,
you know what I'm saying,
No, I love it. I
don't know what the fuck you want.
This is exactly what it was like back 20 years ago in Morgantown, West Virginia. When we would go to Suds' apartment and get ready to go out. It sounds exactly the same.
This is exactly who should be running for president.
Look,
go ahead.
I'm still in Morgantown. I'm still at the apartment.
No, you're not.
Bazio is let me in.
Jeez, how do you remember all these names? I can't remember anybody's name.
Wait, this is one of your West Virginia buddies?
Yeah, this is Suds.
Oh, this is great.
I tried to paint the apartment, but the goddamn pillar fell down, and I did a fucking luge, and Kieran poured some cum down the goddamn luge, and then I swallowed it, and then spit it back in his mouth.
Suds had me climbing a fucking skyscraper at 6:30 in the morning in the rain because he wanted to say, made it my top of the world.
Yeah, and Kieran cried like a bitch.
I did not. Dude, I was on a fucking fire escape. Pouring rain,
like,
and there was.
I'm gonna fall, Paul.
Right.
I'm gonna fall. And I was like, I put my hand out, like Kieran, like in the movies, like, I'm not going to let you fall. Like Cliffhanger, like fucking Sly Stallone, like letting his bitch die. Don't drop me!
Kieran's so short. I mean, him just on a chain link fence, just climbing a chain link fence is dangerous for him. I mean, that's a big fall for a little guy.
This is the motherfucker on the phone right now. Suds, the motherfucker on the phone right now, kidnapped me to another state. He kidnapped me. Remember that?
I don't know what you're talking about.
That
I
is,
don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. I've told the story.
Pennsylvania?
No, we came home on a Friday night from the bars in fucking High Street, and you were like, "Hey man, let's go get some Strombolis at the fucking shitty mini mart up the road."
Dairy Mart.
Right, and I was like, "Fucking Suds, I got no money." He's like, "You don't need your fucking money." I was like, "I had no money." And you're like, "Just come, let's just get in the car." And I get in your little Jetta, and you drive me to fucking Virginia. You drove me to Virginia.
It's just a little bit east. You were in West Virginia, now you're in Virginia.
Yeah, but it was fucking 4 or 5 hours away. I had nothing for the weekend, and I got choked out by some rugby player, fucking JMU or something.
Well, you know what, guys? There's a big difference between West Virginia and Virginia. Now, I was watching a previous show about, when is it okay to be racist? And I have, I'm going to throw my political views out there. I'm a Democrat, man. I'm a big Obama fan. Like, I'm not a Trump fan. I think it's a joke. But, politics aside, this isn't Crossfire. But I do remember Kieran parking his car at the fucking 7-Eleven and getting his asshole torn out by a fucking hillbilly who did him up the ass. He was
that doesn't like colors.
Yeah, doesn't like colors.
He doesn't like colors.
Well, I didn't have my bow and arrow on me, or I would have shot the guy like in the chest. But Kieran got his asshole torn out, and then he asked Kieran if he didn't. He just told him he had a pretty mouth.
I think I already got Suds' radio bit. I already know what it is, and he's done it twice. It's perfect. It's actually a perfect fucking radio bit. You're very entertaining.
What are you
Suds.
talking about?
No, I'm thinking of future phone calls when you call in. I'm thinking of.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you know what? Clean it out. Clean your hole out. You know what I mean? Like, stop shaving it with that big fucking razor of yours.
Do you remember?
Clean it out.
Hold on. Just nair his asshole because the razor bumps. This is why he was fucking late to the show today.
I know.
This psychotic mother.
Ingrown hairs and shit. Like
This
fucking pus coming.
It doesn't make for a pretty asshole.
The psychotic motherfucker on the phone right now used to have an apartment. He lived underneath me. And I would go to his bedroom, and he'd be like, "Don't touch the bed," and it's just covered in like, you think I blow loads all the time. This motherfucker's bed in college was just a jizz heavy. It was just jizz everywhere. You couldn't go.
Is that why his name's Suds? Or?
Yeah, you couldn't go to the right side of his bedroom because it looked like it's dangerous to go over it. Just jizz, and it would be always this constant loop of the Pam and Tommy Lee sex tape running.
Yeah, I was really into porn back then.
Yeah, you were. You had it going. You like the old 80s shit. Yeah.
Yeah, you had it going with the porn, and Kieran still does.
No. Hey, I can't give it up, man. It's fucking great shit.
Well, the bed had, I remember one year I left my fucking window open. And the apartment I was in had like ivy growing up the wall, and I left my window open, and I come back, and the fucking ivy is literally on my bed, like it was like a fucking, so I had poison and shit, because I didn't take it all, I just laid down and shit. But Kieran used to always come in while I was watching porn.
Here we go.
And my purple head would be shining, glistening. And Kieran would be like, "Paul, what are you doing?" And I'm like, "Kieran, do you fucking not?" And then, the one time Kieran came in with his dick in his hand, and he was like, "Paul, if you play your cards right, you might have a chance." I said, "What the fuck does that mean?" He said, "Play your cards right." And then he fucking slammed the door and went back to bed. So I didn't know what to do. My mom called. I said, look, Mom, I'm having trouble with, a man. He's a miniature man that lives upstairs. He's like a little fucking elf that wants my cock. So, yeah, so I had, I went through a year of pain with that. So, Kieran, I hope you got your issues settled, and I hope you can come in that guy like you always wanted to.
I don't know that.
You know what? It's official. It's official. Suds is my favorite caller.
Yeah, absolutely.
100%. I'm with Brother Bacon on that one. He is the best caller so far.
I've literally talked to you twice in 20 years, and you sound exactly the same as that when we were in college.
Wait, why'd you cut him off? Twice in 20 years?
I don't know. We just never, never really talked. We always were always online.
Wait. Was it that awkward when you walked in with your dick in your hand?
No, these are not true.
You felt
these are. I'm letting him tell these. None of these stories are.
Well,
true.
I'm asking you though, Kieran. If he turned you down, like maybe you feel a certain way and you didn't want to talk to him anymore because you kind of felt embarrassed that you thought you were shooting your shot, and it didn't go the way you wanted it to.
I don't.
Kieran, I'm truly sorry. I'm truly sorry that you felt that way. But I mean, like when a man is trying to fucking get off and shit, and you come in with your hairy ass like fucking leprechaun chest,
fucking
and
bro. Yeah.
Trying to fucking blow your load in my mouth.
What is this? None of this was happening. None of this was happening. No one.
Well, you and Brian Leventhal were anal fucking upstairs.
No, you can't bang. No, B-Love was on his own fucking.
B-Love? Who's B-Love?
That was my roommate. We called him B-Love.
He was his
That's
lover.
what you call it, was B-Love.
No, B-Love was always
his lover.
He was always fucking really tan girls. He liked really tan girls. Like the girls that over-tanned.
Remember B-Love used to walk around with like mesh shorts that were like 3 times too like tight, and his fucking cock and ball would be hanging out. I once tried to put a cock and ball divider on his dick.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, but like all the hair got tangled up and shit.
Whatever happened to Z-Man? Remember that guy?
Oh yeah, Bayonne. He's from Bayonne, New Jersey.
Bayonne, yeah. He was a fucking
Guess
psycho.
what?
What?
His fucking wife was molested by Matt Lauer.
Fucking A, bro. What?
Did you know that?
Z-Man's wife was one of the ladies that banged Matt Lauer?
Yes.
Holy shit! How weird is that?
Yeah, look it up.
This guy was...
Wait, who's Matt Lauer?
Matt Lauer.
I get my white people confused.
Matt Lauer, the guy that used to host the Today Show. The guy, used to bang women in his fucking office and got fired.
Oh, I've never.
You don't know Matt Lauer?
He had like an automatic lock on his fucking behind the desk. Like, come on in, and then like hit the button and.
Oh, really? He was even bigger than Epstein, huh?
No.
I mean, not Epstein. What's his name? What's the fuck? Weinstein. He was bigger than Weinstein.
He's in the same boat.
Well, I mean, I'm not saying bigger as a person. Big. I'm saying Weinstein would just fucking rub on him and fucking do like, whatever, molest him.
Weinstein,
but this guy actually had a lock, like a fucking. That's like some shit from like some movie
style, dude. Yeah.
Oh wow.
Weinstein was a legend though because he would blow loads right into fucking plants. That's pretty nice. That's like that's gangster shit. He would literally like, hey, I'm fucking horny. I'm in this room with this broad. I'm just gonna blow a load right into this fucking plant right here and get back to work. You know what I'm saying?
Oh. Is that common knowledge? I'm wondering because I'm worried that you know that. I don't know.
It is common knowledge. He blew a load.
How does he know this?
Suds, you know that, right? Weinstein blew a load into a fucking plant.
Only Kieran would know this type of perverted.
That's what I'm saying.
Fuck off. You gotta back me up, dude. You know it.
You tried to back it up on him, obviously, and it didn't work out.
Weinstein
only
blew
talked twice in 20 years.
Go ahead.
I went to West Virginia University, and I never met a more sick motherfucker than Kieran.
Yeah.
Like, this guy was, I don't know, like, we would walk past his room,
Uh-huh.
and he would like, you know when you don't want to make eye contact, but you do. You look in the room,
Right.
and his face would like, we would lock eyes, and he would like give that like tongue motion,
Oh,
like
right.
like lick,
None of
you know, like, and we'd be like,
leg.
yeah, like he always wanted to. His big thing was like eating asshole out.
No, I
like,
never done that.
He really did, and he would talk about it. It didn't matter if it was female, male,
I was just the
like animal. It didn't matter.
equal opportunity
That's what
asshole eater. Yes.
Like he was a definite. Well, he ate that, and he also ate Strombolis from Dairy Mart at 3 a.m. every night, wearing that fucking Yankees fucking hat.
Yeah, fuck yeah, bro.
God damn it.
Yeah.
Well,
Hey,
all right,
Sud-
guys. Well,
Suds, where are you originally from?
Philadelphia.
I'm from
I
Philly.
asked Suds. I didn't ask you.
Oh, sorry.
Me and Suds are having a moment right
Yeah.
now.
What's up?
Trying to
my
get to know the
friend?
guy. Suds, where are you from originally?
Philadelphia. The home of fucking Rocky fucking Balboa. And I will fucking fight Drago one of these fucking days as soon as I find a Russian.
And have you known Kieran since he was a freshman at West Virginia, or was this later on?
Hey,
His 8 years at West
man,
Virginia.
I think Kieran came I think he was a transfer. Maybe
Yeah.
I knew him. No, I didn't know him as a freshman. I knew him as
Sophomore.
I think he was a sophomore.
Sophomore.
Yeah, he stayed with a gay man who was the librarian at the university.
Yeah, that's absolutely true. Yeah.
And he was really into library science.
Right.
So he would like teach us about the Dewey Decimal and all that.
Yeah.
We were not entertained by that, but when he got drunk, that's when he got happy and started throwing books around.
Uh-huh.
Like he would throw like War and Peace and like Leaves of Grass.
Uh-huh.
Like Leaves of Grass was his favorite book. Like
Right.
he would always, like it would be late and like the lights would be low.
And I used
And
to
he'd quote me a line from Leaves of Grass.
All
I'm
right.
like, Kieran, will you just relax? Fucking Walt Whitman, motherfucker.
Yeah.
God. Like, well, I'm happy that he has a job. So
I was waiting for you to
yeah.
say the asshole thing. I was eating ass.
yeah. Well, yeah. you
we all
are
know that
a
now. He doesn't have to
big
say it anymore.
asshole
Like
eater.
we get it.
Yeah.
All right.
Well,
know it,
don't
Kieran.
put up any shit with his ass. So I'll call you guys every fucking. Well, I'll call you whenever the fuck I want.
Yeah,
You
you're
better
very
let me know the
entertaining,
goddamn
Suds.
line.
You always have been, and you're a good friend.
All right, guys. You take it easy. Have a good night.
All right, there you go, Suds.
right,
everybody,
Suds.
from my buddy from West Virginia University. Very funny man. He was like the leader of the crew. He was the leader of the little pack that we had.
It sounds like a fucking great guy.
He's fucking.
Sounds like a
pretty-
great guy to hang with.
He's fuck. He drank 7 and 7s. You know what those are?
Yeah.
He would drink.
Seagram 7 and
he
7
would
Up.
drink those until he couldn't drink anymore, and then we'd fucking play nothing but Frank Sinatra all fucking night, and he would just. Yeah, he's a throwback. A super.
I was about
throwback.
to say it's 7 and 7 and Frank Sinatra.
Yeah, he is a throwback, dude. Suds is very entertaining. You can tell he's very intelligent too. You can tell by the way he fucking talks. That motherfucker kidnapped me and took me to fucking JMU.
What's JMU?
James Madison University.
Oh, is that an all-black university?
We had this discussion. Did we just have this discussion on one of the previous shows? We
Yeah,
just
I remember
did.
you mentioned James Madison University, but I don't remember you being kidnapped.
Oh yeah, he kidnapped me. He's the one that did it. Motherfucker.
But were you a kid?
No, no. I was just
So he adult napped you?
he adult napped me. That was
But
very.
did you like it? Did you have fun?
Yeah, no, we had actually. It's one of those. I've remembered it for 20 years. It's one of those life experiences that you just always remember. I remember.
Obviously, Suds remembers a lot of things too.
Suds remembers it. I remember being at JMU watching B-Love literally make out with a girl that was so tan she looked like a piece of fucking cooked bacon. It was just like she was so fucking tan. Girls used to over tan. I don't know. All right. Who's Michigan playing tomorrow, by the way?
Army. I'll be at that game also.
You're going to that? How is the 7-hour fucking tailgate for the opening day?
Oh, it was awesome. It was a perfect day to tailgate. It was only like 75 degrees, a little bit of an overcast, so you weren't fucking. It wasn't like an Arizona tailgate.
And you made it into the
Just
game. I was
fucking
waiting the whole time on your Instagram stories to see whether or not I saw a photo of you.
You know how it is in stadiums, like you can't upload anything. Like I didn't upload anything until fucking hours after the game because once you're in that stadium, like nothing works. There's too many fucking cell phones doing the same thing. But it was a great time. Not a great game. We won. We only won by like 19 points. And we looked sloppy, but the you know who cares about that, right? It's the experience was fucking being back. This is my first year back in Michigan, and it was fucking awesome.
Yeah.
We had a 7 hour. Well, I tailgated for 7 hours. Other people tailgated a little bit longer because they tailgated before the tailgate, and our tailgate ended in a food fight. It ended in.
It was a good time. You had a good time.
Yeah, there's other things. I don't want to.
Finger banging, ass eating. Any ass eating.
No, nothing sexual.
Do you realize? Did you notice this? Is this a new trend with the young people? They have bumper stickers now. Like the young kids put bumper stickers that say "I eat ass" on the back of their cars.
Yeah, kids don't. You know what? What was I just watching?
I saw it. I was behind.
Broke this down. It was fucking actually like pretty dope. Like the way they broke it down. Oh, it was one of the Colin Quinn stand-ups. How it was talking about how like you used to have to like. Oh, it was his newest stand-up. How you used to have to like take a girl out and like everything would be about just getting that one kiss, like in 1940.
No,
like every fucking movie was just about trying to get that one kiss before like a guy's about to be about to go off to fight a war and all he wants is one kiss.
Right.
He's been dating this girl for months and all he wants is one kiss. And now, you know, first date, he talks about like choking and licking ass.
Right. Literally, it's on the car. I've seen it in multiple cars. Most of them are Scions. But a bumper sticker just says,
"Oh, really? How ironic, Kieran? How ironic."
I know. I eat ass. Yeah.
Kieran, what did you used to drive before your balls dropped?
I used to drive a Scion.
Yeah. How ironic. I what Suds was talking about.
I eat ass. What he's saying is not true. None of it is true.
Well, I mean, you know, hey, we don't know. You know.
But I'll throw it out there in the lexicon for everybody to fucking, you know, gather up. You know, fucking digest and make their own opinions. I don't give a shit. What do I care what you think about me? You know what I'm saying? Eh? Who gives a fuck? Suck my dick. All right, everybody.
Fucking
that was a good show.
You know, that was a lot of rigmarole. You know that?
A lot of rigmarole. 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 If I say the word correctly, I'm racist.
You know, but if a black person's talking bullshit, is it nigga-morale? See how I try to bait you in? I try to bait you into that. You're like, I'm not touching that.
Not touching it.
Nope, not going to do that one. Not right at the end of the show. That's for damn sure.
All right, TJ, thank you for checking out the LunaticRadio.com show. Thank you, everybody in chat room. Jeremy Bacon, Miss Joe, everybody in there. Thank you to Suds for calling in from my buddy from West Virginia. Good dude. He should call in more often. He's a very entertaining motherfucker.
He seems like it.
Yeah,
definitely. Oh yeah. So in closing, I got to give a shout out to Dave Chappelle for starting his new special with the lyrics from Prince, 1999.
Fuck yeah, that's a good one.
It actually means if you haven't broken down, go back and listen to the lyrics. It actually is everything he's talking about.
Very famous.
Break it down.
Very famous song.
So yes,
Prince is a legend. I was
dreaming when I wrote this. Forgive me if it goes astray. So, boom. That's all I'm gonna say.
Boom.
You guys read the rest of it.
And boom goes the dynamite. Thank you, everybody. Enjoy your NFL weekend. First, go Giants, go Jets. And anybody want to, please don't send me pictures of ass eating. I don't want to see that on my DMs anywhere, but I'm sure I'm going to get
what he means by is he's saying don't send it because he really wants you guys to send it.
Wink.
And he's really looking forward to mail on mail.
Wink, wink.
Specifically. So
Shout out to Suds. I just went on one message for Suds. Go check the Snowcat to see what I mean. That's another thing. All right,
Shout out to Miss Jo in the chat room checking in. I haven't heard from her in a while, and she's in the chat room today checking in. What? Misbehaving. I'm sorry, Miss Jo is what her name is.
Yeah,
Misbehaving. Thanks for checking in. We haven't heard from you in a while. I'm glad that you tuned in.
All right. Follow us on the social medias at Lunatic Radio across the board. See you later.
At TJ the Mayor across the board.
Peace.